story about a man who fell in a pit. There was a man who fell in a pit. A subjective person came along and said, I feel for you down there in that pit. An objective person came along and said, well, it's logical that someone would fall down in that pit. A Pharisee said, only bad people fall into pits. A mathematician calculated how the individual fell into the pit. A news reporter wanted the exclusive story on the person in the pit. A fundamentalist said, you deserve that pit. A Calvinist said, if you would have been saved, you'd have never fallen in that pit. An Armenian said, you were saved and you still fell into the pit. A charismatic said, just confess that you're not in that pit. A realist came along and said, now, brother, that's a pit. A geologist suggested that he appreciate the rock strata in the pit. An IRS worker wanted to know if he had paid taxes on his pit. The county inspector asked if he had a permit to be in the pit. A self-pitying person said, you haven't seen anything till you see my pit. The optimist said things could be worse. The pessimist said things will get worse. Jesus, however, seeing the man, simply reached down in it and got him out of the pit. My. Everybody else can theorize with us about why we got in the pit and how it was our fault that we got in the pit and how we're never going to get out of the pit. Jesus simply reaches down in it and gets us out of the pit. Amen.